Hey guys, it's DeadGuy276. This won't be like a technology rant or anything like that. It'll be a film review. You've probably never heard of it, and it's gonna sound hipsterish, but it's called Flowers of the Night. And if you type it in on YouTube, it's called Buppah Buppah something. Buppah something, and it's a Thai film. My friend Shui showed it me, and it starts off as a boyfriend and girlfriend. He starts fucking he's in a bet with this girl, with his friends to like make the girl fall in love with him, and it happens like that. They start coming together. He fucks her for like 3 days straight. I think a whole week actually, and she gets pregnant, and her life starts to crumble. His life is just like going up raw. So he takes the girl to the apartment to get her away from her stepdad, which is also raping her and licking her out and stuff. So there's that, and then the boy leaves. He says to the girl, "Oh, I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna get some bread. I'm gonna get some like stuff to like soothe the pain because she's just had an abortion with the baby." And don't worry, that's not the end of the film. The boy leaves. And then that's where the twisted and everything gets so much better. It's a horror film, and you know these Thai films and Japanese films and Chinese films are just way more scarier than the American versions, like The Ring. I remember being shit scared of The Ring. I was about I can't remember 12. I was 12 years old when I first saw The Ring. Not even the US version. I saw the Japanese version because. I'm a big fan of Japanese films. I can't remember the titles. As I said, I only watched this Thai film the other day, and I can't even remember its name. For like 2 minutes of it, or like 5 minutes of it, I didn't quite get the story. My friend Shui had to translate it for me because it was in Chinese, and my friend's Chinese, so yeah. And he had to translate it for me, and then eventually just said, "I'm going to put on the English version," so that's what he did. And I watched The Ring when I was about 13, and I remember being shit scared, like, oh my god, I'm probably not even 13, probably about 10 years old, and I was exposed to this. And then when I watched the Ring, the US version, the Hollywood version of The Ring, I was like, this is crap. This is just beyond belief. Like, they can actually pass this off as a movie and try and be scary. I remember watching Sinister, and everybody in the picture was like, "Oh my god, he's coming to get me," or whatever. And I was just sat there like, yeah, that's pretty obvious that he was going to do that. Like, oh, he's going to pop out the side. Obvious. When he places the photograph on the window, and then he reveals it back, and this music goes boom, and you can see him behind the bushes. Like, it's not a new thing. It's just it's basically Sinister is taking on all the cliches and the the conventions of the conventions of like the media industry and how horror films should be shown. It should be like that. So yeah, I'm watching Bruder something, and it starts off as like I explained before, but then it goes into this horror film, and she starts to like control everything in the hotel, and she starts to lose business, it's quite scary because it paints, like, first of all it establishes the characters in the first 20 minutes, something like that, and then it just uproars the entire intensity of the film, and it creates, like, you don't see films these days like the first bit of the film, the first 20 minutes of the film, it's a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, and they're doing stuff and all that, and for the first, like, every 5 minutes I was asking my friend, "Are you sure this is a horror film?" And then it got to the part, and I was like, crap, this is one brilliant horror film. And that's when I realised that I've known this for ages, but Japanese and Chinese films and horror films are just so much more in-depth, and they actually develop the characters properly, instead of like the Hollywood ones where, like, 10 minutes ago I was watching War of the Worlds. Like, okay, it's a good passive film, but it's not very good. But if you choose like an active film like Bruder or something like that, it's fantastic. I recommend watching it. And on that note, I say watch the film and give your own review of it. It will be in English subtitles. If you're not a fan of English subtitles, well, any Thai film or Chinese film or Japanese film won't be good for you, because everything's roughly in subtitles, which I like, really, because you can't really look at your phone and still be concentrated on the film, because you might miss like a line of text that's like essential, and then if you miss one, you can't really hear it because you don't know the language, so you can't really look at your phone and still watch the film at the same time. You've got to be fully concentrated, and that's where Thai films, Japanese films and Chinese films prevail for like the English audience, or the outside of the language barrier. And on that note, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next podcast. Bye.